Hey, War Thunder, Subdude here. And I guess I'm back to complain again. Clouds. Let me tell you something about clouds. Now, I put a verbal rant up before about clouds, and it obviously didn't strike any notes with anybody there at Gaijin because they have other fish to fry. I understand that, and I'm not even complaining about that. What I am complaining about, though, is the bomber mechanic that allows bombers to hide in the clouds, which I don't mind. They can hide for all they want. But there has to be a trade off. You hide in the clouds, no problem. You have no bombing reticles. You have nothing to aim with. You have to come out of the clouds by going below the clouds to bomb targets. I have seen this so many times in so many matches, and it just frustrates the living heck out of the teams I've been on. Frustrates the living heck out of me, too. And it isn't like today where you have radar mapping and all that good stuff to help put bombs on target, GPS guidance, and all that good stuff. This is a matter of you've got a visual sight, you look through that bomb sight, and you aim your bombs at the target. And guess what? Bombers are able to do it from any altitude at which they fly because they have this big old marker right there that says, aim here, shoot here, and you'll get a hit. Okay, I'm done with the arcades part. We can stop that. I only fly realistic battles. Once a month I'll play an arcade battle just to remind myself of how much I really hate arcade. And once a month I'll play a ground forces match just to remind myself of how bad I think that is at the moment. But that's a personal opinion. Others may vary. But bombers being able to drop their bombs from, I don't care, 20,000 feet, 30,000 feet, 1 million miles away is wonderful. But they shouldn't be able to do it through clouds. Now, they may have a general idea of where the target is, but there has to be a penalty for dropping bombs through clouds. As in, well, let's say you've got 8 1,000-pound bombs, like a B-17. I believe a B-17 is the appropriate animal for this. Well, that or the B-29, doesn't matter. When you drop your bombs using an optical sight and you're shooting through a cloud, it should be the exact same as blind firing. So if you have to drop, what is it, 4 or 5 1,000-pounders to take out a bombing target, you should get a 80% reduction in aim. 80%. That means 4 out of 5 bombs are going to miss their target. And that would be a drastic improvement over what happened in World War II. In World War II, bombing was an area effect thing. Rarely, outside of using dive bombers, did you have pinpoint accuracy. I don't care what anyone says about the Norton Bomb sight, it was still an area bombing device. Because one guy was the lead bomber, he's the one that aimed, he's the one that, on his mark, the bay came open, everyone's bay came open. He dropped bombs, everybody dropped bombs. So, when your accuracy is at best 30% with mass waves of bombers, when you're a singleton going over a bombing target with clouds underneath you so that you can't actually see the target you're shooting at, you should have an 80% penalty to dropping those bombs. Now, the bomber pilots are going to be screaming bloody murder about this, and guess what, boys? I am a bomber pilot. Don't believe me? You better check my stats. I love bombers, but I don't like the way they're operated in War Thunder at the moment. You've got cheesy targets that are worthless for the most part. There's only one bombing target in the whole game that Allied bombers can attack that's worth more than nothing. And that's that one base that they have in the Norway map where you get to take out a bunch of AA at the same time you hit the base. That's the only one. All the rest of them are cheesy nothings. Drop your bombs and die. Drop your bombs, die. Well, this is a meta that needs to be fixed. And so does the bombing accuracy meta. We have got to get away from the silliness of being able to arcade bomb through clouds with no penalty. I don't mind if you keep the marker, but make it so that the bombs become less effective bombing through the middle of those clouds. I don't care if you've got an ace maxed out crew flying just 3,000 feet above the target. If you can't see the target, you should miss it. Or at least mostly miss it. Area bombing, you're going to hit something. But still, at this point in the game, we've got to get either A, the clouds cleared up when bombers are in the match, or the bombers have to suffer a penalty. I know this isn't going to be real popular, but you know what? It's a complaint that's been registered with Gaijin numerous times. Either in the forums, which their lovely moderators banned me from, or in Reddit, or in questions to the developers, which they have ignored. This is not working. It's not working properly. Give the bombers their cover, but make them suffer for what they're doing. Thanks. Subdued out.